You know that feeling, right? When you're trying to figure out marketing and you just feel lost. There's this crazy maze of tools and tactics and trends, and it is completely overwhelming. Well, what if I told you there was a blueprint? A clear, step-by-step roadmap to guide you from that feeling of being overwhelmed to feeling totally confident. Today, we're going to walk through that exact plan. So, this is the big question, isn't it? What is the actual blueprint for mastering this stuff? Is there a proven path, or are we all just kind of winging it and hoping for the best? Well, the good news is there is a path. It's structured, it makes sense, and it all starts with one single crucial idea. And here's the crucial point. Marketing mastery isn't about pulling a rabbit out of a hat. It's way more like building a really sturdy bridge, one plank at a time. Each step we're about to cover is like a support beam, and it's designed to take you safely from the absolute basics all the way to a true professional level. Think about it like this. You would never start a cross-country road trip without a map, would you? Of course not. And it's the exact same thing with marketing. Before you can even dream about your destination, you have got to figure out exactly where you are right now. This first phase is all about dropping that big red "You Are Here" pin on the map. This simple audit, it's not just about collecting a bunch of data. It's about getting total clarity. You gather up all your stuff, your website, your social media handles, you run a few quick diagnostic checks, and then you put it all together. That one-page snapshot becomes your North Star. It's a single point of reference that's going to guide every single decision you make from here on out. Okay, so you know your starting point. Now it's time to build your foundation. This is the strategy phase, and this is where you get crystal clear on who you are as a brand, and then you create the plan that will guide literally everything you do next. And what's so cool is that a strong brand is built just like a building. Your values, that's the rock-solid foundation. Your audience personas are like the architectural blueprints. Your brand voice is the interior design, the personality of the place. And only then, after all that, do you add the facade, your logos and colors. You need all four of those pillars for a brand that's going to last. Now, this slide right here, this illustrates a concept that is a total game changer in marketing. It's the shift from selling what your product is to selling what it does for someone. I mean, nobody buys AI-powered analytics, but they absolutely will buy getting 10 hours of their week back. So ask yourself, are you selling the what or the so what? That little shift can make all the difference in the world. This might look like a simple fill-in-the-blanks exercise, but trust me, this is pure strategic gold. This one sentence forces you to make tough choices, to get laser-focused on your audience, your market, and the unique value you bring to the table. This isn't just a sentence, it's your marketing compass. And all of that work culminates in this, a real, tangible 90-day plan. We're not talking about vague ideas. We're talking about a document that says exactly which channels you're going to use, what actions you're going to take, and how you'll measure success with KPIs, which are just the numbers that prove your marketing is actually working. With a rock-solid strategy in place, it's time to open the doors and actually invite people in. This next phase is all about execution. It's about mastering the art of being discovered by the right people at the exact moment they're looking for you. SEO can sound so intimidating, right? But it's really just a logical system. You just follow these steps to make your site super easy for search engines to understand. And that last step, that's your secret weapon. You use a free tool from Google called Lighthouse to check your work. It's basically like having an expert look over your shoulder and tell you exactly what you need to fix. But here's the thing. Getting people to click on your website is just the beginning. Once they arrive, you have to give them a reason to stick around, a reason to trust you, and a reason to come back. You have to provide undeniable value. And that is where a smart content strategy comes in. I want you to think of your main piece of content, your big guide or your hero video, as the Thanksgiving turkey. It's the main event, right? But you don't just serve the turkey once. You carve it up for sandwiches. You make soup. That's exactly what you do with your content. One big piece gets repurposed into dozens of smaller, bite-sized pieces for every single platform where your audience hangs out. Okay, so you've earned their attention. Now what? How do you turn that attention into actual action? This next phase is all about getting down to business and driving results that you can actually take to the bank. Let's just take email. The best ones are beautifully simple. They have a hook, a subject line you just can't help but click. Then, they deliver real value in the message. And they end with one single crystal clear call to action, or CTA, that tells the reader exactly what to do next. Hook, value, CTA. That's it. And this is where smart marketers focus their energy. I mean, why does email so often have such an incredibly high return on investment? It's because you're talking to a warm audience, people who have already given you permission to be in their inbox. That's an incredibly powerful position to be in, and it's a huge advantage over channels where you're basically talking to strangers. Now, when it comes to paid ads, success is never an accident. It requires a proper launchpad. You define your audience, you test your creative, and you build a great landing page. But that last piece, the tracking, is absolutely non-negotiable. Without it, you are just throwing money into a black hole. With it, you're a scientist, learning and improving with every single dollar you spend. All right, so we've built the strategy, and we've walked through the execution. This final stage of the journey is about synthesis. It's where you stop learning about the individual pieces and you start seeing the entire machine working together as one. This is where the rubber really meets the road. You're not just reading about marketing anymore, you are doing it. You're going to take a real-world business and build a complete marketing plan from the ground up, applying every single thing you've learned along this journey. And what's really telling is if you look at what matters most here. The heaviest weighting isn't on some flashy tactic. It's on solid strategy and a deep, deep understanding of the audience. This is the moment you stop thinking like a student who's memorizing steps and you start thinking like a true marketing strategist. And that's the whole point of this journey. It's a complete transformation. It's designed to take you from feeling lost in the chaos to feeling empowered with a repeatable framework for building, executing, and measuring marketing success. So, the roadmap is in your hands now. This isn't just a learning plan, it's a launch pad for your next project, your business, your career. The path from chaos to clarity is laid out right in front of you. The only question left is, where will you begin?